It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Ready.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll roll him out right.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Ready.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Ready.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And Lance now to throw.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The Seahawks at 1-8 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
You look at this Niner defense.
And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 3rd down, Phillips. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is brought in at the 21.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. You're coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Seahawks nothing.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. It's Phillips. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Samuel going to go in motion right. Lance and company going on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Let's go. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
To throw, it's Lance. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Line to the left, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but Let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back to throw, Smith. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Indy. Tuesday. Jack left.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right?
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Ready.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And now they're in the hurry up.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Going for it, here's Davis Price.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Phillips. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey from 10 yards out. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Smith.
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
And Lance going to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lance looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Lance. And it's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can...
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Phillips. Not
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, Phillips. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Phillips. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him so far. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On third down, Phillips. And he is going to lose yardage here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
On first down, Lance. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 2nd down now, it's Phillips. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for the first with Walker. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, Phillips. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Dances by him. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, we're going to the line. Catch left.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down, 49ers.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
On play action, Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Smith.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And bulldozing his way through. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right?